to work overseas. The trend has continued up to the present. So what does that song mean to you now?
Wow, it's okay. I'll share with you one incident that took
Babalik Ka
place
Rin.
in I think it was 1997. No, it was 2007 or 2008. I was performing in Houston, and it was a revolving stage. And what the song means to me, okay, has a lot to do because of incidents like this. Because I know this was not the first, nor was it the last. There was an elderly couple in front, and the music started, and it was just me performing it. Saan ka man naroroon ngayon, Saudi, Japan o Hong Kong, babalik ka rin, babalik ka rin, babalik ka rin. So when I first passed them, they were right in front, and you have the elderly man and the lady going like this. Then in the second round, when it got to the second chorus, "Kay tagal mo na nawala, babalik ka rin," I saw the gentleman was like this, and the elderly lady was her arms around him, and he was breaking down. And at the very end, the gentleman was totally down like this, and the elderly lady was going, reminding people of home, because many people have left, not by choice, but because they had to, especially those in Hong Kong or in the Middle East. You call them unsung heroes. I call them like sacrificial lambs, because they've had to be separated from their families at the time when the kids need them the most. But if I can remind fellow Filipinos that home is always going to be there, regardless of what situation it may be like in Manila or in Quezon City. Those are just two parts of the Philippines that's made up of 7,100 plus islands. But if you're from Bicol, like I am, or if you're from Bacolod, or Baguio, or Bulacan, or Batanes, or Cagayan de Oro, or Iloilo, I mean, I can go on and on and on. There's a place back home that may not be a place for you to live in, but you can certainly go back and just refresh that spirit of being Pinoy. That's what makes us stand above, not everybody else, but we just stand above the muck, the stuff that goes on, and people say, why are Filipinos like this? I just came from the Philippine Embassy, and the Consul General said, here in Canberra, there's very little racism. If there is, it's very little. I said, why do you think it's like that? And he said, it's because the image of the Filipino here is people respect the Filipino. And it's not just the nurses that there may be a few of, but it's just the way the Filipino is. But sometimes a Filipino can also get drawn into the culture of where they're at. We can adapt to that easily, but it's nice not to forget where we've come from. I was offered to go to the United States and have a career there. Early in the 2000s, I could have given up everything with the guarantee that my career would take off somehow. But I had to give it up because I needed to be with my kids. And even my kids now are like, Dad, in a way, buti na lang you did that, because the United States now is also going through so much. And I didn't ever want to find myself getting lost in that. So that song, Babalik Ka Rin, which I will be doing in the show, it speaks more than what the song actually says. And Babalik Ka Rin will always be one of my personal favorites, because it was actually the theme song of Duty Free Philippines. Okay? And it was ballad. It was the first demo that was given to me was not the way you hear it now. It's not like that. It was more of like a teleserye theme song. But then I was introduced to the music of Edru Abraham, and he had a session where he brought in the kontragapi where they were all playing the kulintang, the kudyapi, and all of these instruments, and I said, wait, what if I got this idea and put it into Babalik Ka Rin? Okay, how am I gonna do? How? Bagay ba kung mas mapit? Wait. Kay tagal mo na. What if I make it, kay tagal mo na. And then I can put the, and then I can put in the, okay, then I went home. And then I produced the whole thing at home. Then I made my wife hear it. And then she sent it to the head of Duty Free Philippines. The problem was, patapos na. That song's, the version that they had was, they were gonna get another song already to replace the season of Duty Free Philippines. But then when they heard my song, I don't know what happened to that other song, because kawawa, there was a songwriter that they hired and all, and I didn't do it on purpose. It's just that, what if we can just do this? And so there's one concert which I think is online. It's called Babalik Ka Rin. It was my concert, my live concert called Move in 1995. It was with Sir Edro Abraham, and it was with indigenous dancers who were doing indigenous moves from different parts of the Philippines. Yung may kawayan na ganon, tapos may nakaapak dun sa kawayan, tapos may... It was caught on video, and then I had the maneuvers, the dancers I'm with, doing their own modern take of what we used to do, what Filipinos used to do back in the day. And yeah, so I won't have the dancers with me now, but the heart for that song will always be as a part of that song.
And thanks for coming to Canberra.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel.
It won't be the